Why being good is making you powerless. The truth no one tells you. Imagine this. You're walking through life doing everything right. You work hard, you play fair, you try to treat people with kindness. But then you look around and what do you see? People cutting corners, lying, cheating, climbing the ladder by stepping on others. And somehow they're the ones winning. They're the ones with the wealth, the power, the spotlight. And you ask yourself, why does the world seem to reward the ruthless and ignore the good? This isn't a modern problem. It's not about politics or business or some broken system. This is ancient, deep, philosophical, and it forces us to confront a truth we don't want to hear. The world isn't built to reward goodness. It's built to reward those who take control regardless of how they do it. Let's talk about why. Throughout history, the ones who rose to the top weren't saints. They were strategists, manipulators, even tyrants. Philosophers like Machiavelli didn't write guides for the noble. They wrote guides for those who wanted to whine even if it meant playing dirty. Because the real world, the one outside fairy tales and feel-good slogans, doesn't crown the most ethical. It crowns the most effective. Let's take politics. An honest leader who tells the truth and plays by the rules, they're often outmaneuvered by someone who knows how to bend those rules or break them completely. Charisma and deception win more votes than honesty ever could. Now let's look at business. A CEO who puts people first and refuses to lay off workers during hard times might earn your respect, but they'll likely lose the company. The CEO who makes ruthless decisions, they'll survive, expand, and dominate the market. That's the pattern, and it's not a glitch. It's the system's design. Because power doesn't care how you got it. It only cares that you have it. The economy rewards those who play the gaminot, those who play nice. And if this all feels dark or unfair, you're not alone. But there's more to the story. Friedrich Nietzsche, of the most controversial philosophers of all time, believed that our entire idea of morality was flipped. He argued that society doesn't teach us what's good and evil out of some universal truth. It teaches us those things to control us. In his view, there are two kinds of morality. Master morality, the morality of the strong, the bold, the creators. This morality values power, pride, ambition, courage. It says, I define what's good based on what makes me stronger. And then there's slave morality, the morality of the weak, the ruled, the resentful. It values humility, obedience, suffering, not because those are powerful values, but because they keep people in line. In other words, those without power created a system that glorified weakness to shame the strong and make them feel guilty for winning. Sound familiar? We're told to be patient, modest, selfless. We're told that good things come to those who wait. But Nietzsche would say, that's not a moral truth. That's psychological warfare. Because while you're waiting, someone else is taking. And this doesn't mean you should abandon your values or become a villain. It means you need to see the world clearly. Morality isn't fixed. It's a tool. Sometimes it builds civilizations. Other times, it holds them back. And power? It's not about being evil. It's about being willing. Willing to speak up. Willing to take risks. Willing to shape the world instead of waiting for permission. The question isn't, is it fair? The question is, are you willing to play the game? Because the world won't hand you anything for being good, but it will respect you for being strong. So now, ask yourself, are you waiting for the world to recognize your goodness? Or are you ready to step up, seize control, and shape your own path? Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please like, share, and subscribe.